Ow! Ow! Hey! Watch where you're stepping. Some of us are trying to sleep down here. Huh? Oh, a human? What's a human doing this far into the woods? Weren't you never taught not to walk on the moss? Or especially not to walk on the living moss? Huh? What do you mean, what am I? I'm a moss girl. Do you mean you've never heard of us? How could you never heard of a moss girl before? We're everywhere. What, you think moss just grows on trees naturally? Oh, humans are so silly sometimes. Well, you never answered my question. What are you doing here? I was just lying down trying to have a nap until you came trampling about the place. Look, you even left big footprints on my tummy, where my moss is the softest. Oh, that's gonna take a while before it goes back to normal. What? You're here to harvest moss samples? You mean you want to cut the moss and take it with you? Why would you do such a thing, you monster? All of this moss here in my grove I have carefully hand-sculpted and grown from nothing, and you want to come in and just take it? Humans are so entitled. Well, first you leave a big footprint in my tummy moss, and then you tell me you're here to steal my moss from my home and my body. Don't you know that all of this moss around us is my body? What? You say you're collecting moss to do some studies on it. You don't even know that the moss is one big living being. Me! Well, I don't care what it says in your human textbooks. You humans think you know everything about the world. Look, if I'm lying, then why do you think I can move all of this moss around us? Watch. See? I can make all of the moss move and dance around us, lifting up off the trees and the ground. Moss isn't just a plant, you know. In fact, every mossy patch that you see has its own moss girl attached to it. How do you not know this? You really still don't believe me? Well, I'll show you. I'll wrap you up nice and tight in my moss, and when you're stuck and you can't escape, then you'll see the real power behind a moss girl. Oh no, don't try to run now. You want me to prove a point? Then I'll do it. See? The moss is creeping up your feet and your legs. Oh no, don't step away. It's too late for that. All the way up your knees and your thighs and your hips and your stomach, and then all the way around your shoulders and your arms. There you go. Now you're wrapped up in a huge mossy clump. Do you believe me now that I can control the moss? Yeah, that's because the moss is my body. You humans. Why do you never believe something until you've seen it or felt it for yourself? Oh, don't be scared. I'm not gonna hurt you. Besides, you think moss can really hurt someone? Can't you feel how silky and soft it is? It's like getting a big, cold, soft, foresty hug. I wouldn't have wrapped you up in it if I knew it was gonna hurt you. Even though you did hurt me when you stepped on my tummy. But it's kind of going back to the right shape now. It just takes a little while. Oh, you silly humans. Well, what do you need moss samples for anyway? What kind of studies are you gonna do on it? Huh? Edible moss? You mean you're going around eating moss too? I know usually the deer or the moose will sometimes have a little nibble, but what do humans need to eat moss for? No, no, no. That's enough of that silliness. You're gonna stay right there until I know you're not gonna cut any bits off of me. You'll be wrapped up in my big, soft, mossy body. I may look little, but all of this moss, that's me, so I guess technically I am pretty big. You know what? If you promise me that you're not gonna take any moss back with you, then I will let you go. Okay? I don't have any reason not to trust you, I suppose. Besides, if you try and cut bits off of me, I'll just wrap you up so that you can't move again. And I won't be as nice next time. I can promise you that. Okay? Alright, I'm gonna unwrap you and take all the moss off of you so that you can move again. Just don't try anything. Okay, now you go back to your human village and you don't tell anyone about this. And if you hear anyone going off to collect moss in the forest, you better warn them against it, or else you might not see them again. But if you do really want to learn more about moss, you can come and talk to me anytime. I am always happy to talk to someone about moss. It's like my favorite subject. But you go now. I want to get back to having my nap. Bye-bye now, human. Maybe I'll see you again when I'm in a better mood.